Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. We are here to present our Object-Oriented Programming Finder project, the Smart Event Management System or SEMS, designed specifically for managing academic conference. So before we begin, here is our team or our core responsibilities. I am Luqman Hakeem, developed the entire Swing GUI. And Amirul was responsible for the system design and core class implementation. And Nabihah handled all custom exception handling. And the last one is Atirah manage file input-output for data saving and loading.
We execute this project in 4 focus weeks. Week 1, we design the UML and build the foundation. To the abstract event class, its subclasses like conference and the event manager. For week 2, we added persistence with file I/O and a console menu for testing, incorporating robust validation and error handling. For week 3, we developed the full Swing GUI and connected it to our tested backend. And last one, week 4, we focus on integration testing and preparation for this demo. This agile approach ensured we had a working product at every stage.
For the task 1, which is the UML class diagram, this is our UML class diagram, which consists of, this is actually our heart of our system design. The key takeaways are we use inheritance, conference, workshop, and concert all extends the abstract event classes. We use composition. Each event is composed of a unique EventID object. And also we use an aggregation relationship with the venue class. This structure is scalable, allowing us to easily add new component types in the future. So we move on to the next part, which is the console app demo.
Okay, for the task 2, I will present our programming. We use event venue class, which represents a venue where the conference is held, has name and capacity in the number of people it can fit. ToString is overridden to display venue details nicely. Next, conference class. It represents a conference event which have the attributes such as title, date, capacity, venue, speakers, papers, rooms, and ToString shows all the details of the conference in a format way. And then for EventManager class, to manage a list of all conference methods. For example, the add events, for add new conference, generate report, creates a detailed summary of all events and get events to return the list. And then for the getters, we use like this. Okay, I will pass to Atirah to present for more.
First up, let's look at the invalid event exception. This is a custom exception class. Just think of it like specialist error message. Instead of a generic exception, which could mean anything, this class tells us specifically that something went wrong while handling an event. This makes our code cleaner and easier to debug, as we can catch this specific error and handles it appropriately. For example, if a user enters a negative number for a conference capacity. Next, this is a really important part, is the file handler class. This class is responsible for data persistence, meaning it saves our conference information so it's not lost when the program closes. It has 2 key methods. The first is save events. This method takes a list of conference objects. it first checks if a data directory exists. If not, it creates it. Then, using a print writer, it looks through each conference. For each one, it takes key details like the title, date, and venue information and writes them to a file called event.txt. It separates each piece of data with pipe symbol, which is a common way to format data in a simple text file. This pipe symbol acts like a separator, keeping our data organized and ready to be read back later. The second method is load events. This is a reverse process. It reads the event.txt file. It goes line by line, and for each line, it uses the split method to break the string back into its individual parts. It then takes these parts and uses them to rebuild the conference and event venue objects. The code includes a try-catch block to handle potential errors, like if the file is missing or a line of data is formatted incorrectly. This makes the program robust and prevents from crashing. Finally, we have the console menu class, the heart of application. It's what the user interacts with. So look at the constructor for this class. The first thing first it does is call filehandler.load events. This is crucial because it ensures that every time we start the program, we are not starting from the scratch. We are loading all the events we previously saved. After loading them into a local list, it then adds them to the EventManager, which is where the application holds and manages all the event in memory. This setup gives us a present system where our data is always available, like adding a new conference, listing existing ones, and generating a report. So in summary, these three components work together. The invalid event exception helps with error handling. The file handler ensures our data is safe and loaded. And the console menu uses the file handler to create a seamless, persistent experience for the user. So this is a great example of how a modular design with clear responsibilities for each other class that leads to a robust and well-structured application. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, here's our output for our programming. When we run this program, we'll out like this: academic conference scheduler, console menu, we have add conference, list all conferences, generate report, and save and exit. We can choose an option any of these numbers. For example, 1. Enter the title such as PSE. Enter the date 2025. And then It will out like this: conference added successfully. When we put 2, it will out like this: the schedule conference. Which is all of the conference that met. And then 3, it will generate the report when we add the conference. And the last one, 4, save and exit. But if have any error when we put the other numbers from these options, such as 6, it will out like this: invalid option, please try again. That's all from me.
Now, let's go to the task 3. I will walk you through the key parts of the GUI code I developed using Java Swing. First, the academic conference scheduler class extends JFrame, make it a main application window. In the constructor, I set up the window properties like title, size, and close operation. So I use a border layout for the main panel because it's perfect for the kind of structure: a form at the node, a list in the center, and buttons at the south. So, to create the input form, I use the grid layout for the labels and text field. This ensures everything is aligned and look clean. Each field, like title field and date field, is declared as an instance variable so we can access its data later. So, this method is modular. It creates the panel and returns it, keeping the constructor clean and organized. So, the next one is the heart of the user interaction is here. I use a default list model to manage the data in the JList. This is the proper way to dynamically and add and remove items. The JText area at the bottom displays the detailed summary when a user selects an event. Using a list model, separate the data from the view, which is a key concept in MVC, like design and makes the code more robust. This is where the GUI connect to the logic. So each button has an action listener that calls a method. For example, the add button trigger at conference. Inside at conference, we get the text from each file, validate it, create a new conference event object, and add it to both the event list and the list model. So notice the validation. We check for the empty file and catch number format exception for the capacity. This provides user-friendly error message instead of crashing. So to make the application more professional, I add a menu bar with file, view, and help menus. With each menu item has its own action listener. For example, the exit item cleanly close the application. So the save and load menu items are stubs. They show a message dialog. This is where Atirah's file handling logic would be integrated to complete the functionality. The last one is, this is a simple data class or POJO, plain old Java object. Its job is to hold the data for a single conference and provide a format summary string for the GUI. It represents the core data that the entire application is built around. To summarize, my code structured the GUI in a logical modular way, separating the UI creation into methods, handling user interaction, and maintaining a clean link to data model. It's built to be easily extended, for example, by connecting Atirah's file input-output to the menu items or Nabihah's more advanced exception to the validation. This front end provides a user-friendly interface that leverages the robust back-end our team built together. So that's all for us. So this is the output application. This is the main window the user sees when they start the application. The layout is clean and intuitive, divided into 3 clear sections: the input and the list of scheduled conference is empty now because we have not add any data yet. And in the button, the action buttons that have add conference, remove selected, and view details. So at the top, as you can see, the menu bar with file, view, and head options. Then so let's go to this part first. If you click this button, it pop up like this, the version. And for the view and file, it will list all the calendar view and file, new, save, load, and exist application. So let's put the data first. The room 1, and when we add the conference, so conference add successfully, and if we want to view the details, it comes out like this. So how about the validation? So for the validation, if we just put the title only and add conference, it will pop up like this. Please enter valid for capacity. And if we want to remove the scheduled conference, it will clean and the data will remove immediately. So that's all for me. That's all for us. Thank you.